Good morning, children. Children, what do you see in your everyday life? You see the birds flying, animals moving, vehicles moving, and so on. The atoms, molecules, planets, stars, and galaxies are also moving. We often say that an object is in motion when its position changes with time. However, there are situations where the motion is inferred through indirect evidences. For example, we infer the motion of air by observing the movement of a dust and the movement of leaves and branches of trees. See children, in everyday life, you see the objects moving. An object may appear to be moving for one person and stationary for some other. You may have experienced this, children. For the passengers in a moving bus, the roadside trees appear to be moving backwards. See children, when you are traveling in a bus, you will, what do you experience? You will experience that the roadside trees will be moving backwards. A person who is standing on the roadside, he feels that the bus along with the passengers are moving. See, the person standing on the roadside, he feels that the passengers are also moving with the bus. However, a passenger inside the bus sees the other passengers to be at rest. Means they are at rest, they are not moving. The most motions are complex. Some objects may move in a straight line, others may take a circular path. Some may rotate and few others may vibrate. There may be situations involving a combination of these. See children, most motions are complex. Some objects may move in a straight line, others may take a circular path. Some may rotate and few others may vibrate. See, all motions are in not the same direction. Some objects may move in a straight line, others may take a circular path, some may rotate and few others may vibrate. Now today we will study about the motion and the concepts related to this. First, describing motion. We describe the location of an object by specifying a reference point. We describe the location of an object by specifying a reference point. Let us understand this by an example. See children, let us assume that a school in a village is 2 kilometers north of the railway station. You assume that a school in a village is 2 kilometers north of the railway station. We have specified the position of the school with respect to the railway station. In this example, the railway station is the reference point. We could have also chosen other reference points according to our convenience. We can choose the reference points according to our convenience. Therefore, to describe the position of an object, we need to specify a reference point called the origin. See children, motion means it is the change in a position of the body with time. Means an object takes some time to move from one place to another. It is the change in position of a body with time. Motion can be described in terms of the distance moved or the displacement. We can describe in terms of the distance moved or the displacement. Distance moved, it is the actual length of the path traveled by a body. Children, distance moved is the actual length of the path traveled by a body. Displacement is the length of the shortest path traveled by a body from its initial position to its final position. Displacement is the length of the shortest path traveled by a body from its initial position to its final position. You consider the example here. If a body starts moving in a straight line from origin O, here see it is origin O and moves through C and B, it moves through C and B and reaches A, and then moves back and reaches C through B, then we can say that the distance traveled is a, see children, from a O to A, distance traveled is a 60 kilometer plus from a distance traveled equals to here from O to A, it is 60 kilometer plus A to C, it is 35 kilometer. 60 kilometer plus 35 kilometer, it is 95 kilometer. Next, displacement. Displacement is it is the shortest path traveled from initial position to the final position. Here O is the initial position and C the final position. See children, here from O to C, the displacement is 25 kilometer. Next, we will study about the uniform motion and the non-uniform motion. Here, consider an object moving along a straight line. Let it travel 5 meter in the first second, 5 meter more in the next second, 5 meter in the third second, and 5 meter in the fourth second. In this case, the object covers the 5 meter in each second. Means it covers the equal distances in equal intervals of time. Now we say for this type of motion, it is the uniform motion. Uniform motion means it is the distance traveled by the body, but the distance should be the equal distance in equal intervals of time. You see, it is said to be the uniform motion. If a body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be the uniform motion. Next, non-uniform motion. It is the, if a body travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be the non-uniform motion. Here the body travels unequal distances, but in equal intervals of time, it is said to be the non-uniform motion. Here, for example, when a car is moving on a crowded street or a person is jogging in a park, here he covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. These are some instances of a non-uniform motion. Next, speed and average speed. Here, different objects may take different amounts of time to cover a given distance. Some of them move fast and some move slowly. The rate at which the objects move can be different. Also, different objects can move at the same rate. One of the ways of measuring the rate of motion of an object is to find out the distance traveled by the object in a unit time. For this quantity, we refer it as a speed. See children, here speed means it is the distance traveled by a body in unit time. Here the body covers the distance in a unit time. Here speed equals to distance by time. If a body travels a distance s in time t, then its speed v is v equals to s by t. Here s is the distance and t is the time taken. The SI unit of speed is a meter per second. Since the speed has only magnitude, it is a scalar quantity. Next, average speed. Average speed, it is the ratio of the total distance traveled to the total time taken. The average speed of an object is obtained by dividing the total distance traveled by the total time taken. Average speed equals to total distance traveled by total time taken. See one example here. An object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? Here see, an object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? Here, total distance traveled by the object is 16 meter plus 16 meter equals to 32 meter. Total time taken is 4 seconds plus 2 seconds equals to 6 seconds. Next, average speed equals to total distance traveled by total time taken. That is, total distance traveled here is 32 meter by time taken is 6 seconds. When you divide, you will get here 5.33 meter per second. Therefore, the average speed of the object is 5.33 meter per second. Next, children, we will study the speed with direction. The rate of motion of an object can be more meaningful if we specify its direction of motion along with the speed. The quantity which specifies both the direction of motion and speed is the velocity. Here, the rate of motion of an object can be more meaningful if we specify its direction of motion along with its speed. The quantity that specify both these aspects is called the velocity. Velocity is the speed of an object moving in a definite direction. The velocity of an object can be uniform or variable. It can be changed by changing the object's speed, direction of motion, or both. Here see children, velocity is the displacement by time taken. Velocity of a body is the displacement of the body per unit time. Velocity equals to displacement by time taken. Since velocity has both the magnitude and direction, it is a vector quantity. It can be changed by changing the object's speed, direction of motion, or both. When an object is moving along a straight line at a variable speed, we can express the magnitude of its rate of motion in terms of the average velocity. Average velocity is the ratio of the total displacement to the total time taken. Average velocity equals to total displacement by total time taken. Average velocity is also the mean of the initial velocity u and final velocity v. That is, average velocity equals to initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. That is, average velocity equals to u plus v by 2. Speed and velocity have the same units, that is meter per second. Here consider one example. The odometer of a car reads 2000 km at the start of a trip and 2400 km at the end of the trip. If the trip took 8 hours, calculate the average speed of the car in kilometer per hour and meter per second. Here see children, they have asked here to calculate the average speed of the car. Distance covered by the car, S equals to 2400 kilometer minus 2000 kilometer equals to 400 kilometer. Time elapsed, T equals to 8 hours. Average speed of the car, average speed equals to S by T. This equals to 400 kilometer by 8 hours equals to 500 kilometer per hour. Next, they have asked you to express in kilometer per hour and meter per second. 50, this is kilometer by hour into 1000 meter by 1 kilometer. When you multiply and divide by 1 kilometer means 1000 meter. You will get again 1 here only, into 1 hour by 3600 seconds. 1 hour means 3600 seconds equals to 13.9 meter per second. Therefore, the average speed of the car is 50 km per hour or 13.9 meter per second. Next, another example, children. Usha swims In a 90-meter long pool, she covers 180 meter in 1 minute by swimming from one end to the other and back along the same straight path. Find the average speed and average velocity of Usha. Here, the total distance covered by Usha in 1 minute is 180 meter. Displacement of Usha in 1 meter. Displacement with it is the shortest path covered by Usha, that is she covers 0 meter distance. Average speed equals to total distance traveled by total time taken, that is total distance traveled is 180 meter, time taken is 1 minute, equals to 180 by 1 minute into, here 1 minute means 60 seconds, 1 minute by 60 seconds, 60 seconds by 60 seconds it is, this equals to 3 minutes per second. Next, average velocity equals to displacement by time taken. Here displacement is 0 meter by time is 60 seconds. This equals to 0 meter per second. The average speed of Usha in 3 meter is 3 meter and her average it is 3 meter per second and average velocity of Usha is 0 meter per second. You make here children 3 meter per second. Understood children? Now in today's class you learned about the motion and speed, average speed, uniform and non-uniform motion, velocity and average velocity, and also we discuss some problems. Now you answer these questions children. Define uniform and non-uniform motion. What is speed and average speed? What is velocity and average velocity? And I have also given 2 problems here. You solve those. Next concepts we will discuss in our next class. Thank you.